name is Erica. How may I help you?
Hi, ma'am. I was just calling because I had just watched a movie last night with my grandson on your program of the Netflix, and it was called The Cuties. And me and my grandson, we thought it was going to be a childhood movie, and it was the complete opposite, ma'am. I felt uncomfortable watching it with my grandson, and we had to turn it off the screen. Is there someone I can talk to about the content of this movie you guys are making that Netflix produces?
Okay, now I do apologize about the movie. Now, most of our movies do have a synopsis before you watch it. It lets you know what it's about.
Well, ma'am, I didn't know that the young girls, the 12 or 15-year-olds, were going to be twerking on my screen. And, like I said, I was watching it with my young grandson, and he is only 10 years old, and he didn't know I think he experienced, something when we were watching it, and it just made us feel uncomfortable, if you know what I mean. So is there someone I can talk to about who made this movie or something? Because it's just ridiculous that I got to feel so uncomfortable watching a movie with my grandson,
Right. The movie is a social commentary against the sexualization of young children, young children, and it's a film that kind of goes through and explains what young ladies go through and what they're faced in social media. We give a description of each of our movies before watching them, so you have some idea of the type of movie that you're watching.
But the movie is called Cuties.
The maturity level and the rating.
The movie is called Cuties, so we thought it was going to be one of them movies for young people to watch. And like I said, he is young, and he just is really overwhelmed by what he saw. And we had to turn it off, ma'am, because it was so bad and explicit. And I just don't know how 11-year-old girls are twerking on the Netflix. How was that allowed to be made here in America? Because you don't see this on FX or them other stations we watch on the regular TV. It's just on your Netflix that the child pornography seems to be taking place, Is there a manager, or can I talk to corporate?
The film doesn't violate any laws, and we do oppose child pornography and human trafficking and pedophilia. Netflix doesn't have any child pornography on the service, and there's no underage nudity in the film.
But they are doing sexual performances, ma'am, and that's the other thing I got. If I had a granddaughter and she was watching this, thank God I don't have a granddaughter and have to worry about this, but if I did have a granddaughter, what's she going to get out of this message, ma'am? That young girls should be shaking ass on the TV for money?
No, the movie does show a commentary about how sexualization against young children. That's what the movie is about when you watch the entire movie.
But why would they even make a movie like that, ma'am? Who came up with the brilliant idea to make a movie with 11-year-old girls twerking? Is there someone else I can call about this? Because I did watch it on your platform, and I'm just outraged now at this point, ma'am, with what we were seeing on the screen, on that TV.
Right. Well, there's no plans to remove the movie. We don't have any plans. We don't have any plans to remove the movie. The movie doesn't violate any laws, and it doesn't show any.
I understand, ma'am, that there's no nudity, there's no booby showing or anything, but they were twerking and they were 11, and it just sent a bad message to my grandson that he should go up to girls at his school and tell them to do these kind of performances that the young girls were performing on the TV show. I just don't know, we can't unwatch it. We watched it, and now he's scarred, and I just need to talk to someone about getting this thing taken care of, and just so other grandparents and grandkids ain't watching this movie together. Because it's just very uncomfortable for both the grandson and me, being the older adult, watching it with my little kid. I felt inappropriate myself.
taking note. We can make a note of your complaint, and we are keeping track of them, of the complaints received on of the movie. We don't have any plans of removing it.
No plans to remove the young girls twerking? Is that correct? Is that what you're saying, ma'am?
There's no plans to remove the film.
Hold on. Timmy, I told you to turn the Cuties off. Hold on, ma'am. He's watching it again. Timmy, turn it off right now. I'm not going to ask twice. We're not going to support that kind of stuff on Netflix. Alright, sorry about that, ma'am. He keeps watching it because I think he got his first moment of happiness, if you know what I mean, when he watched it, and now he can't stop watching it because he said he gets a tingly feeling. I mean, I didn't put him on the porn site. I put him on Netflix, you know. He's got a Netflix account. He's on my account with me. And I just need to talk to corporate. You got corporate's number? Because these concerns need to be taken seriously.
Right. We are taking note of the complaints, which they're able to, keep track of, but we are taking note of the complaints that are received for the film.
Yeah, and now for my aspect, it just showed me that your company finds it okay to make money off of young females that are doing this kind of thing, and I just don't think that's the type of message you should be sending to other grandchildrens out there who might be encouraged now to do some twerking that are 11 to 10 years old due to your movie. I just can't believe that something like this would ever be released here in America on Netflix. Now, if they want to release it down in Brazil, okay, I can see it being released somewhere down like there. But here, we're in America, ma'am, and that's just not okay here.
Right. Well, the young ladies are imitating what they see in music videos, which is in America. So the young ladies are imitating the dance moves that they see in pop culture every day.
But I don't see
music videos.
Yeah, I understand that, ma'am. I can see, what's that girl's name? Beyonce. I can see Beyonce twerking because she's a grown adult. But I don't see no 12 to 11-year-olds in any music video twerking with their buttocks like these young ladies were.
Right, the young ladies are imitating the dance moves they see in pop culture, and the film is the message in the film is designed to show the negative effects of doing things of that nature.
Well, so
that's the message.
It brought negative effects now on me and my grandchild, ma'am. It's bred in all kind of negative effects, not just to these young women. I don't even see where the lessons to be learned not to shake your ass. It should just be the parents tell that, no doing that, and the parents cracking down on it. But either way, they can't have this here in America. Are you guys based in America, this Netflix company?
Yes, we are.
Okay. And you guys are not into the porn industry or anything, right? That's from my understanding. There's no really porn on the Netflix from what we've seen, besides this pornography of these 10 years olds. I mean, I feel bad watching it. Like I said, I felt sick. My grandson, he was loving it, but...
I apologize. He felt that way. The whole child pornography, human trafficking, and the film is designed to be done as a social commentary of what we see in pop culture.
Do you have the number for the writers or the directors of who made this? Because I need to reach out to them because I'm just getting nowhere with you guys.
No, we don't have the number of the directors that made the film. We can take note of your complaint of the film.
I just don't know what good that's going to be, ma'am. You're going to take note. I took notes. I got a bunch of notes written down about your movie. And I just feel I need to express this to someone so we can get this taken down like tomorrow, because I just don't want this to happen to anyone else who happens to watch the movie, ma'am, that thinking they're going to watch some kid movie and then they open the screen and see young females twerking.
Right, but there aren't any plans to remove the movie, but we will make note of your complaint.
And there's no other number, like I said, you can't give me the directors, creators, writers, anything?
No, we don't have that information.
Well, who's the president? Do you have a president of your company or something, CEO? Because I'd like to talk to them about what we witnessed and how my grandson felt and how I felt, personally.
We can make a note of your complaint and it's passed on to the right department that handles the complaints.
All right, and what do we got to do to get that going here?
We'll just make a note of your complaint of the movie, and then it'll be passed on. It'll be passed on to that department that handles the complaints. But at the moment, there's no plans to remove the movie.
I understand that, ma'am. You told me that a couple times now. There's no plans, but I got a plan. Is there any way I can be compensated for the inconvenience of both me and my grandson's uncomfortableness of watching this film?
No, there's no compensation for willingly watching a movie, but I will make note of your complaint.
Okay. Now, I just looked it up here on the website. It says that I should be talking to Ted Sarandos about this issue. Is he available right now for a conference call with me and my grandson?
I know he's not. I do apologize, but I will make note of your complaint so it can go to the right department.
I just really don't think anything's going to be done about this, ma'am. It's really not about the content still up there. If those other suckers watch this movie, and like I did, but now I know, and I felt uncomfortable. I felt disrespected in my own home, and I felt like I'm going to have the government tracking me down now just because I watched a movie called Cuties. There was nothing cute.
I do apologize about the inconvenience. We'll make a note of your complaint.
But besides that, ma'am, what else can we do? Can we talk to this Teddy Sarandos?
No, there's not a way to speak with Teddy Sarandos, but we will make a note of your complaint.
All right, ma'am. Well, I just want to let you know, just due to this and due to the uncomfortableness and the child pornography you guys are presenting on your Netflix there, that I will be boycotting Netflix, and I will be signing a petition. I'll create the petition, and I'll get it out there on the social media to get this movie removed ASAP. And what is your name, ma'am, so I can document all of this of who I spoke to when I called you?
My name is Erica.
Okay. Erica. Erika?
Erica.
Okay. Erica. And Erica, let me just note what you said here. You're going to take a note of that. I'm taking a note of this. All right, Erica. Well, we're going to be creating that petition, and we're going to get your movie shut down, and maybe your Netflix shut down too, because this is pornography, and now I got the government probably tracking me, thinking I'm some type of pedophile just because I turned on the darn Netflix. You know, you just see the type of situation that you're putting me in, ma'am.
Pornography, so thank goodness the movie's not pornography, and it sends a social message.
It's young.
And not everybody will like the message, but it does send a social. It is not a social message.
I've never seen an 11-year-old try to twerk until I watched your movie. I go out in public. I go to the shopping mall. I go to the Walmart. I've never seen a young girl twerking, so I just don't understand how you guys can say that this movie here is about today's pop culture, because there's no young girls 11 years old, 10 years old twerking on the road. You know? Do you think that's going on in America?
I'm pretty sure it is. I don't see every young lady, so I'm pretty sure young ladies are dancing and imitate videos. I was a kid once, but I used to imitate videos. So.
Yeah, well, I check out ladies all day at the Walmart. I check them all out, and none of them have ever been doing that kind of thing in public, ma'am.
Right, there's 50 states, so, we don't know what's going on in every state, so.
Well, I've traveled throughout my 64 years here on this planet. I've traveled to a lot of different states throughout the nation, and I've just never seen it. I go to Vegas, I don't see no 10-year-old twerking on the street, on the strip, you know what I mean? I just don't understand how you're saying it's pop culture for young girls to be twerking with their butt talks up.
Well, they're imitating pop culture, what they're seeing on music.
But why don't they imitate it? Why don't they imitate it with adult actresses? Why are they imitating it with young 10-year-olds? It just seems messed up.
Right, because usually adults don't do a lot of imitation. It's usually in the young ladies' age range that imitates what they see.
Well, I just don't like the message that it's spreading to the youth here, you know? To the young girls who watch this at home. Thankfully, like I stated, I have a grandson, but if I had a granddaughter, this would be a whole different ballgame. I'd be more outrageous. Luckily, you know, Timmy's straight and everything, and he's into females, as we could tell from him watching the movie, that he's into females, that's for sure. But God forbid we did have a granddaughter. What, you want her to go out and twerk for some cash?
Right, we do have child profiles, and the movie isn't usually available for a child unless it's shown by adults. So the child profiles won't even see the movie.
Well, that's the thing. When we sign on to the account, Timmy's been signing on to my account. And I mean, he's watched a lot of things on Netflix, and you know, I'm okay with him watching violence where there's murders and drug dealers and whatnot, but I draw the line here at the twerking, ma'am. I mean, of young females. I just can't believe.
Okay, well, sir, we'll make note of your complaint, and thank you so much for calling Netflix.
Is someone gonna call me back? You didn't ask for my phone number.
Make note of your complaint.
Well, I'd like someone to reach out to me from the customer service or management and explain to me how this got onto the Netflix. What your standards are for when someone comes to you with a film of what's going to be going on in the film, of where we cut it off. Where do you draw the line, ma'am, is what I want to know.
We license films, so we don't usually give out licensing information. But we will make note that you complain about the film. And thank you so much for calling Netflix.
Timmy, turn off the movie, goddammit! Hold on, ma'am. He's getting into the Cuties again.
All right, sir. Well, thank you so much for contacting
Timmy, put your Peter away! You can't do that! It's a Netflix movie. You there?
Thank you for staying on the line.